Katina here with Loving Life's Little Blessings, and I'm really excited. Today we're going to make a card, and I'm going to walk you through the whole process. We're going to be using some new product I'm going to share with you, and then I'm going to be sharing with you guys these new Blendabilities with Stampin' Up. These are new alcohol-based markers. So let's just jump right in because it's going to be a longer video than normal because I'm going to be coloring. So I've already done a little bit of prep work just to get things started. I am using this brand new designer series paper. It comes in this little stack, so it's great for making cards. And this one is called Moonlight, and the colors that it coordinates with are Basic Gray, Blackberry Bliss, Hello Honey, Lost Lagoon, Sahara Sand, and Whisper White. So it features some of our brand new in colors, and the designs are really, really great. I really love this stack. And I was so excited to see a couple of these mini stacks in our annual catalog. Okay, so I'm using this, and I'm going to be making a birthday card. So I've just taken some Hello Honey cardstock, which I love this color, and it does go really well with Lost Lagoon and Blackberry Bliss. I've made a few cards with those color combinations. So let's zoom in a little bit. And then I just have some of those pieces, and we can actually put all these together. See, this is the Blackberry Bliss with the Hello Honey. So cute. I made swap cards this week that I will share with you guys in a couple days, and I used that color combination. So now this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. I cut my 8 1/2 by 11 piece of cardstock. I cut that right in half. So now my card's gonna open up this way, which is my favorite way to make a card. So I took a 1/4 inch off each of these sides. So I cut it at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I just measured some strips. I actually didn't do anything specific. I just kind of kept measuring them down until I got it how the strips that I wanted. So this piece I'm lining up right with the edge of my card right here, and then same thing with this piece. I'm gonna just overlap it a little bit, and then we'll need this piece in a minute. So I'm just overlapping it. I'm actually using the grid portion of this designer paper to kind of help line everything up. So now I can set my card aside, and we're gonna bring back my Whisper White piece of paper. And I'm gonna be using this stamp set. It is the Perfect Blend stamp set. And I'm gonna stamp this coffee cup, but first, with these blendable markers that I'm gonna show you guys, you have to use this Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad. And that way the markers don't cause the black to run. So I'm gonna stamp 2 of these because I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a comparison for you guys. So we can set that aside, and then I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna zoom way in. So before I zoom all the way in, let me just show you the markers. So this is about half of this, of all the ones that we're going to carry. So the great things about these markers, they're like the Copic markers. So if you're into Copic coloring, these would be what would be similar. But Stampin' Up, as they always do, they make life so simple. So instead of all these different varieties of color, and then you have numbers where you have to try to figure out what is going to work best together, these come in a set of 3. And like this is the pumpkin pie set, I believe. Yes, this is the pumpkin pie set. And so these come in sets of 3, and they come dark, medium, and light. So you know when you want to color something orange, that these 3 are going to be the 3 that you're going to use to get the effect that you want. So that's the nice thing. Right now we have the Cherry Cobbler, the Pumpkin Pie, Rich Razzleberry, Old Olive, Coastal Cabana, and Daffodil Delight sets, and those are available to demonstrators right now. And I'll have a date on when these are available for customers, hopefully in the next couple weeks. So right now I have 2 stamped right here. So let's just zoom in, and I'm gonna show you how these work when you color them. So what I wanna do is I wanna color the cup yellow. So I'm gonna grab my yellow set out, my Daffodil Delight set, and then we're gonna start with the darkest color. And when you're coloring, you know, I've heard people say, oh, you know, you want to think about how the light's going to hit your object, and then that's how you color it. I'm not really great with that. So I actually just color it the way I think it would look, or the way I think I would like it to look. These have dual tips like our other markers. There's a fine tip and a brush tip. And I'm using the fine tip because it gives me a little bit more control. And then the great thing with this image is you can see that the stamp itself already has some areas where it would be more shadowed. So I'm just going to start by coloring in those shadows. I don't have to be really precise because I'm going to be cutting this out. So then I'm gonna come down here. And then down here. I love the sound that it makes. And you are gonna wanna have something underneath, because as you continue to color, we're gonna color quite a few times over and over this image, and it will bleed through. These caps are very, very tight on them. They can be a little bit hard to get off at first, but that's just to make sure that they don't dry up. So now that we have some of the highlights in, I'm gonna take my medium pen and we're gonna start going over, and you're gonna come right into that color, and you're gonna then come out. So you're coloring right over the darkest color, and you're blending. That's the point of these markers, is that they blend in. So anytime that you have a line that you can see, you come back and you blend it in. That was a hard concept for me to get at first. I really felt like I shouldn't be coloring over it so much, but that's what you do with these. So I'm doing this part of it, and then you can see I'm leaving more space. So then we'll go to our lightest color, and we'll come right back in all the way to our darkest color, and we'll come all the way out then. And I'm gonna see if you guys can see this. Do you see how you can see that line? It's very clear that there's a line there. So what you do is you just continue to come to the darkest color and go all the way back in again. And slowly that line will disappear all the way up here. And you do it in a circular motion. That's what helps blend it. So then same thing down here, we're coming all the way into our darkest color and pulling that into the middle, and then doing it again until that line fades. And then that gives you a really great depth to your image. Okay, so that's how the blendabilities look, and I love the way it looks. So now let me just show you our water-based markers. So let me just grab the Hello Honey, which is the coordinating color. So I just have my writer marker. This is water-based, so I can just take my brush tip and let's just go ahead and color it, and then you can see the difference.
If you wanna play, make it about a place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw out.
So here's the difference in the colors. So you can see that the water-based markers, you can really see where the lines have happened and they don't blend together. And then you can also see with the blendabilities, you get much more depth. We also have a color lifter, and this you can come in and add highlights, lift some of the color up in certain places, and it will give you a really highlighted look. these are really fun. So let's get these cut out and then we will get the card finished. All right, guys, I'm back. I've cut out my coffee cup. I think it looks amazing. And then I've already stamped it, the image again, and then I've cut out the middle part of that coffee cup. So now I can just attach that to my cup. Just like that. And then now I'm gonna attach this to my card. I'm just gonna use dimensionals to do that. And then I wanted to show you too how it bleeds through to the other side of the paper. So that's why it's really important to have something below you, either a mat or a piece of grid paper, so that you don't ruin the surface that you're working on. I'm putting that right over the designer paper. And then I'm just gonna take the sentiment from that same stamp set. It says Coffee and Friends, a perfect blend. And I'm gonna stamp that right here. And then that's gonna be my card. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these blendabilities at work. And if you have any questions, you can email me, of course. And you can click at the very top of this video and go right over to the coordinating blog post and you'll see photos of this. So thank you guys so much for coming by, and I will chat with you later.